welcome to Tuesday show. Morning, studio.
Morning.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. You could be anywhere in the whole wide world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that so much. Let's go around the room. I think he did well on his Martin Van Buren presentation, but it may have made some people change the station. Here he is, producer Eddie.
Guys, I love Saturdays because I love UFC. And on Saturdays, it comes out. Ultimate Fighting Championship, Fighter Championship, whatever. MMA.
Like the show.
It's,
New episodes.
Well, no. It's the actual fights.
Got it.
People fighting, it's all mixed martial arts. I love it. Well, on Saturday, my kids had some friends over. And they were all over the house. And I'm watching it. I'm not going to stop watching it. And I heard a couple of kids go like, ooh, that's violent. Oh my gosh. And for a second, I'm like, do I turn this off? Is this appropriate for me to be watching with other people's kids? So I'm asking you guys, is it okay to watch MMA while other kids are at the house?
Good question. First of all, I didn't know there was a fight every Saturday.
They have pay-per-view fights and then fight nights. So almost every Saturday.
Got it. Second of all, I thought you were going to say, I don't even know there are other kids in my house. How'd they get here?
No, I knew they were coming.
Third of all, boy, I never thought about that because there is blood, there is violence, and some parents may just not want their kids to see that. Amy, what about you?
I don't know how violent it gets. Never seen it.
Well, imagine boxing, but without gloves, but they also fight on the ground.
They can kick, they can punch, they can choke, they can do everything.
Oh, choke. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't think I would have to turn it off, but I could see where some parents, if they're not ever exposed to that, they might not be okay with it.
Do you know the kids and if their parents are super sensitive to... Because you wouldn't show them up boobies. You wouldn't watch them with the boobies there.
No. I mean, I know the parents so-and-so, a little bit. I wouldn't say I know them very well.
I would probably just be more aware. That's all I'm saying. I don't know...
What if they go home and put their little brother in a chokehold and they're like, where'd you learn that? Eddie. Mr. Eddie.
I think I would just be more sensitive if the other kids are there. I don't think you need to ask permission, but probably you don't watch it if they're all around in the living room.
I ended up just going to my room and watching it.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Because I felt a little weird about it.
Lunchbox, what do you think about that?
I think that if they're not sitting there, if they're just walking through, no big deal. If they're sitting there, Eddie's probably got to go to his room.
You can't have them sit down and watch Fight Night and give them popcorn.
Yeah, you can't sit there and be like, hey guys, gather right, here comes the main event. And then someone get knocked out. It's like, oh.
And if one of the kids goes, we watch this all the time, it ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah,
right.
Hey, pull up a seat.
But the ones that are like, I'd probably not have it on around them.
Okay.
All right, next up, he was upset when Morgan made it on the news, all while his Instagram videos barely get any views. Here he is, Lunchbox, everybody.
Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be gone a day, 2 days, a month, but I'm going to be taking some time off work. I'm headed up to Maine because there was some rare fireball that flew over Maine, and there's this rock from space that broke up, and they're offering a $25,000 reward for if you can find a piece of this rock. So,
But I heard something weird at the beginning of that I'd never heard before.
What?
How'd you start that?
You're going to take some time off?
Yeah, I'm going to take some time off. I don't know how long I'm going to be gone, day, 2, maybe a month. But
I haven't heard anything about this.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm letting you know, and I'm just
this
running
is how
it
you're
by
asking
you.
for the
This
time.
is how
Basically, I'm asking for the time
No, that's
off.
not basically asking.
And listen, and I'll call in from Maine. I'll give you updates on the search, the scavenger hunt. There'll probably be listeners that'll say hi to me, and I'll have a bunch of details. Oh, today I was climbing, and I found this amazing thing. Not the rock, but I found something cool. I found a new species.
So you're wanting to go and search for a rock for money, and you're also wanting time off of the show to do it. And I would assume you'd probably try to write it all off if you were allowed to, even though it's not for the show.
Yes, but I would check in with the show, so I would be working. Like, I could have the Bluetooth in while I'm doing the search.
I love how he also loves to count. If a listener says hi to him anywhere in any given day, he worked that day.
But that's actually not work. Also,
Right.
How are you getting up there? Are you paying for it yourself?
Well, I mean, I figure work.
But you're asking off work, and then you're asking work to pay for it.
Yes, but if you want me to check in, you got.
We don't care if you check in, so we don't want to pay for it.
And then imagine if I get on the news, you want me to give credit to the show or not?
We're good. I don't even think you're going, but...
Well, I'm asking.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You can have off 2 days. If
2 days? Do you know how big Maine is?
It's not that big.
You think I can search all of Maine in 2 days?
So tell me about what they're offering again.
If you find a piece of this rock.
That flew in from space.
Yes, it's a space rock, and it... Fireball. And they're offering $25,000 if you can find a piece of the rock.
What if they find like 20 pieces?
I haven't checked the details, but I guess I get 25,000 times 20. Oh. If you can do that math real quick.
Okay, we're not going up to Maine, but that's interesting they'd give that much money for that rock.
Yeah.
Eddie got a piece of a rock once from space.
Yeah, because
Meteor.
I filmed it with my news camera, and without my footage, they would have never found it. So they gave me a little piece of it.
So once they found it, they then cut it off.
Yeah. Well, they found a bunch of little pieces like Lunchbox is talking
Yeah.
about. So I have 2 little pieces.
Imagine when that big rock is way bigger than that one. It's like 50 times bigger than that because we can't stop it. Here it comes. We just haven't been in line with one of them yet.
They said that the one that I shot was the size of a pickup truck. That's a massive
Wow,
rock.
that's
Yeah.
huge.
And where did it land?
Outside of Waco, Texas.
What if it had landed? It could have hit somebody's house, right, and killed them?
Oh, for sure. But luckily, it was a big field that it landed in.
Wow.
Dang.
What? I mean,
So Lunchbox, no, you're not really going to take off for that. And secondly,
Man, always costing me money.
we're just going to move to Amy. All right, Amy. Her go-to karaoke song is "There's Your Trouble" by the Chicks, and there's always something on her car that they have to fix. Here she is, Amy. Everybody.
I have a lot of wooden spoons that I cook with, and I normally just put them in the dishwasher. But I saw this video online saying that is not enough. If you want to fully clean your wooden spoon and get everything out of it, you've got to stick it inside boiling hot water. And the video showed when the spoon looked clean, and then they dipped it in the boiling water, and all this stuff just started to come out of it. Like,
Why is that? Is it attached to the wood?
I guess so. It just absorbs up in there, so you need to have it like really high heat. And so I'm at a place where I'm either gonna boil them all or throw them out and just not use the wooden spoons.
I guess I'd wait for a few to get dirty, then boil and put them all in at once.
That's a good idea.
But I'd probably put other stuff in there too then.
Eggs while you're at
My
it.
dog. I mean, just clean everything.
Put your dog in boiling water.
Oh. Well, I just dirty things. I think of dirty things around the house that I just can't ever get clean. All right, Amy, thank you. Raymundo.
From Mountain Pine, Arkansas, he's got over 1 million Instagram followers. Dang it, I screwed it up.
Wow, that's
Wow, good job,
Yeah,
Ray.
thank you.
Well,
Hit it
rhyme.
again. All right, do it again. Number 2, Ray. Go ahead.
From Mountain Pine, Arkansas, he's got over 1 million followers on Instagram, and he doesn't say the word damn. Bobby Bones.
oh, there you
See,
go.
we're glad you did it again. We're glad you did it again. Okay, so there was a time, maybe a year and a half or so ago, I was desperately trying to get the attention of this singer. I don't know if you can remember. See if you can remember who it was. And I would post on his Instagram comments. I'd send him DMs. And I was like, please acknowledge me, because I was a massive fan and never been able to talk to him. But I probably spent 6 months doing it nonstop. I was inspired by Ray and how Ray just stays and is always writing in people's comments. Remember who?
I don't remember.
No.
It was the lead singer of the Bare Naked Ladies,
Oh, that's right.
whose name is Ed. And he just never would acknowledge me. After months and months of trying. Well, I had a guy over at my house for the Bobbycast named Kevin Griffin. I was like, I always try to get Ed to give me, he was like, well, I can text him right now. So, but I didn't tell Ed I was that psycho. So Ed emails me and gives me a cell phone number.
What?
But I wonder if he knows I was the psychotic fan. And do I just address it early if I text him? Because I was like, hey, we can do an interview. Because I was like, I want to get you on the Bobbycast. Do I bring that up to him that I was that psychotic fan? Or maybe he just never knows.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't check his DMs and all that stuff that you sent.
But I also put in the comments.
Oh boy.
But he'd have to go back to old posts and look in the comments.
But you don't think he ever saw my name? Not knowing who I was, obviously, but then clicked it. And he was like, why won't this person leave me alone? And ended up on my page.
I don't know.
I feel like 2 + 2 = 4 and 4 means I'm a psycho. And I just don't know if he knows or not.
Like if you go ahead and admit that some of it is psycho, then it's less psycho.
Maybe I just tell him when we're doing the interview.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put him on the spot.
Yeah,
near
yeah.
the end of it, and then I just get his reaction when he hangs up or turns his Zoom off. Because I think he lives in Canada. But I think that's going to happen. I have a cell phone number. But I always get super nervous to text dudes.
Yeah, you do for some
It doesn't
reason.
matter who it is. I'm always like, I don't know. They probably don't want me texting them. But that's my situation now. I do love the Bare Naked Ladies. And I remember as a kid, I was like, hee.
Are you going to do the song to him?
Because they say
One week.
naked.
What does it go? What's
Bare
up?
Naked. Am I going to
It's
sing it?
been-
I
yeah,
mean, we
yeah.
have it.
Because you're really good at it.
Well, I don't know that I'm so good, but hit it. Ready? Have it. Hit it. So, this is the first part, right? If we're just singing it. This part, I don't do so well because I don't sing it really good. Let's see if I know it. Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. You got a drumstick and your brain starts ticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on. Or Dalla Mason. Oh, the Smoky Mountains in this one. Like Harrison Ford, I'm getting frantic. Like Sting, I'm tantric. Like Snickers, guaranteed to satisfy. Like, see, I'll probably
Yeah,
stop
it's pretty
there. I don't
good,
do that,
dude.
you know,
Come on.
I'm really want to do more. Like I mentioned, and keep going, but it annoys people, so I'm not gonna do that. But should I sing it to him?
That's what I'm saying. You're like, Ed, check this out, and then you do it.
And then
It's one of my party
get his
tricks.
reaction.
This is a Bobby Bones show.